Happy day, y'all. Katie Walker Delphonse and Jolanta Young here to bring to you social media marketing and AI on a budget. We're talking about our experience in social media marketing, some tools you all can use to help automate your posts so you don't have to live in social media constantly, even though I feel like I live in social media right now. And we're going to just chat about some low cost strategies for you all and our own experiences in social media marketing and maybe some of our downfalls. So that way, hopefully, you all can at least know you're not alone if you have them too, or maybe you all can avoid them. Happy day, y'all. I'm Katie Walker Delphonse, a filmmaker, social media marketer. I've had over a decade of experience in filmmaking, producing, directing, and editing short films. I'm now a content creator, as you can see here on TikTok, and here to chat with you about my experience in social media marketing. I've had several jobs and gigs that were paid where I was getting paid to literally do this for people and to make sure that their businesses grow on social media and get sales. And as most everyone knows nowadays, you don't have to go viral to make money from subscribers and followers. All you need to do is have a loyal fan base and you can sell your product to your loyal fan base. So just here to chat with you all about that. And I also have gone on a transformative conscious journey. I forgot my 30-second timer. So my transformative conscious journey, I like to share content about conscious lifestyles, spiritual lifestyles. And if that resonates with anyone, feel free to follow me for conscious lifestyle and film tips and tricks. Thank you all.
I'm Jolanta. I am a social media strategist. I work in more the branding, event production, and the photography side of the arts and entertainment industry field. I've also done filmmaking as well. And why social media? Well, I think there's lots of things you can do for content creation. What I mainly do is I teach and I help entrepreneurs and creators to elevate their brands and their social media presence online, whether it be through TikTok, Instagram, which is kind of my jam, and also YouTube. So I will have some tips, tricks, and advice, which is what I share right here on my platform at Jolanta Does Social. You can also follow me over at Instagram, Jolanta Does Social. I'm also a speaker, so I've given over 30 speeches. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster, and I have done a lot of things in my district, Toastmasters worldwide. I've talked around the world, and I'm happy to be here today. Looking forward to our conversation on social media and AI on a budget.
Jolanta and I have known each other for longer than maybe we want to share with anyone. I don't know. We'll just say that we were young teeny boppers when we first met, and we were out
Yeah.
on the clubbing scene. In fact, I think I had these earrings when we were out clubbing.
Oh,
I don't know if it was that night that we were clubbing, but it's the same year that I had these same earrings. I've had them for a long time.
I'm glad you
Anyways,
pulled them out today.
July, yeah, I didn't even do it on purpose, but now I'm like pulling it together because the subconscious is a funny thing. But Jolanta and I are IRL BFFs. I'm very grateful for the friendship with her, and we do a lot of accountability calls together, setting goals.
You want to share a quick story? What did our fortune cookies say today? What did I
Oh
text you before
yes,
the live?
yes. I forgot what they said. Oh, let me see if I can look at my iPhone messages.
I'll
Apple
tell you what
saves
mine
the
said.
day. Apple saves the day. I can see it on my laptop. So
So
Jolanta's, you want to read yours?
yeah, I'll read mine.
Go for it.
Mine
All right, go
says,
for it.
an important business venture may soon develop. So, what did yours say?
And mine says, a partner can help you achieve success. And we both got those within the last few days.
And they're from
Bum, bum,
Panda Freaking
bum.
Express. Panda, come on. I don't know. Do you believe in, I don't
You
know if you
know.
believe in superstition or if you believe in alignment, but I think this is what alignment means. I had someone do a reading on me about a couple months ago, and this person said, you'll find a creative partner soon. And this potential creative partner might make you some money. So, who knows, Katie? Where are we gonna land from here? It only
Bum,
took us a
bum, bum,
while.
bum, bum. It only took us a few few years.
Right.
That's amazing. I personally don't believe in tarot or fortune tellers,
Chakra readings.
only because like I don't have anything against them. But like my pastor in LA would say, "Why go to the universe when you can go to the person who created the universe?" So,
True.
but I do believe that alignment and synchronicity are very spiritual things and very real things, and I believe that the Holy Spirit is involved in those alignments and synchronicities, whether or not people realize it.
Why is social media so important in 2025? Because we all have a story to share. Even if you're not a creator, or you might be a business or an entrepreneur, or let's say you're just starting out in your business and you have no idea how social media can connect you to something. So I think social media today is very important because you don't know who's looking at your work out there. Like there are deals, just for example, there are deals that are made behind closed doors every day on social media that you don't hear about. And there's an investor that might be watching. There's somebody that's always looking to hear what you have to say. It's all about how it's presented. And if you don't know about branding, if you don't know about digital products or things like that, right now digital products are huge to get into social media. There's all sorts of ways that people use social media right now. So I think why
Hmm.
it matters in 2025 is because of ChatGPT.
I love it. I love what you said. I love what you shared. For me, why social media still matters in 2025. I'm a millennial. I consider myself elder millennial. Okay.
You too?
My husband is like a young Gen X. He's like the last of Gen X. Like I try to tell him he's elder millennial, but he's like, no, I'm Gen X. But my husband and I have this debate, you guys, and it's like he's like, can you just pick up the phone and call? And I'm like, no, I'm doing the AI. I'm talking to the AI. I'm gonna figure it out with their AI. And this is like our constant debate. It's so hilarious. We're only 6 years apart, but he's like, babe, if you just call, you could find out faster. And I'm like, let's see. And there's a time when like he would call and then I would talk to the AI and I got more answers from the AI. But there's other times where when his call is what works. So it just depends. But social media still matters because it is the way we are communicating. When I was
Mm-hmm.
in college, it is the way I communicated to the college campus. I was sharing with Jolanta how I organized around this parking initiative that was happening. These people came into our college town and they're like, we're going to redraw the entire town. And they didn't have any college student input. And I was like, no, like college students were three-fourths of that town. They needed to include us. And I used social media to get to people because they weren't paying attention to the newspaper, guys.
Right,
We're on
right.
social. Like, where do we get our news from nowadays? I only go to New York Times or Washington Post if I'm really interested in something. Otherwise, my news is all on social media or on Apple News. Like, easy scrolls, easy scrolls. So, social media very much matters, and we have to stay relevant. And it's important for your business to be out there and on that platform. Even if you're not on there every day, it's important for you to have a presence on there. Because if I look you up and you don't have a presence online, I'm probably not even going to reach out to you because I don't want to call you.
Boom. How are you gonna do? This is a question I asked yesterday on my Instagram is how are you gonna do business with somebody if you don't have a social media presence? Because it kind of looks weird, right? Like
Yeah,
anybody
yeah, you
could,
got to have a presence on social. Hmm.
yeah, and anybody could kind of look us up now. Like if I wanted to look you up or
Hmm.
I mean, I'm all over the. I own all of my handles. I own all my URLs because it's social media. And yeah, if someone wanted to verify who I am, they can find me because I have a valid business.
Yes.
So yeah,
Hmm.
that's actually good. That credibility, people don't realize how huge credibility is. So you made a
So,
really good point.
Jolanta, in fact, I just read a
What's that?
LinkedIn article from a recruiter, and he was saying that his prediction is that the next level of employment, the employability, is people getting online and showing what they can do online, because there's so many fake like robots applying to these jobs and recruiters are submitting fake
Hmm.
candidates. They want to know that their candidate's real. So like
Yeah.
for instance, if you and I apply to a job and someone's like, well, can Jolanta and KT really do social media for us? And they Google us, they're gonna find this video and say, hey, look at these two BSing about social media. They know what they're doing. Here we are.
I love that. I love that share. And that's unfortunate the way
Mhm.
that the job search is going right now. And anybody could chat GPT a resume. Anybody could tailor a resume through chat GPT. They could take I saw a TikTok
Mhm.
video just before our live earlier showing they want you to take the job posting and format it under your resume. Like, if it was that simple, then I should have something right now, but I don't. So, um,
It's not that simple.
and
It's never that simple.
this is coming from a former recruiter, so
Yes. Debunking budget myths. Sometimes I
yes.
get caught up in not having enough money, but there are softwares out there that can help us where especially I use buffer.com, and they allow you to connect up to 3 social media accounts for free. If you want to do more than that, then you do have to start to pay, but you can connect 3 accounts for free, and they allow you to schedule up to 30 posts. And Buffer is like old school AI, you guys. Like Buffer is an AI I trust because they've been around for at least a decade. I was using them literally a decade ago, and my roommate, Jolanta, Jessica, my roommate looked at me and she goes, how the heck are you posting on social media? Your phone's charging on the desk over there and you're laying in bed. I was like, well, I scheduled it. And she, what? So Buffer is highly trustworthy resource that I use that I highly recommend to anyone else.
Well, if you're starting out, try all the AIs for free. Most of the AIs will give you. So if you're using ChatGPT, for example, I'm not skipping. Okay. If you're using ChatGPT, use OpenAI as much as you can until they run out of credits. I think that's what I first used when I first started using ChatGPT and AI. My favorite one is Grok 3. It is Twitter's version of their AI. It is limited free points. Um, I don't know if you guys know of this, but Meta has their own AI. I'm going to call out Facebook. They do have their own AI. It's absolutely
Hmm.
free. I think it's just meta.ai for their own. And I think the writer is A-OK. And then Gemini, Google Gemini or Google LM. Google LM is a popular one right now. That one's taking off. And of course, Microsoft Copilot right now. That one's taking off. And of course, Microsoft Copilot. Copilot knows who I am now. We're chill, Copilot. We're good.
We're
My
chill. Don't come
my
after me
friend,
and like the self-driving Uber.
my friend who works for Microsoft. I've got a friend that works in Microsoft, and he actually, when we were testing Copilot before it came out last year, or a year ago or so, because he had all the access to Copilot. Most of you know who I'm talking about here from Clubhouse, and we were testing Copilot to look up photography stuff or tell me the latest thing that I should be aware of to be ahead of the trend. And then it did find me. It was so funny that it found me in film and entertainment industry. You're like, oh, Jolanta Young is active in this, and I'm like, how the heck did it know all this? And girl, I pulled up my IMDb page. I'm just like, huh? And that was hilarious. I was like, you pulled up my IMDb page? That's insane.
You brought up a good point about AIs. So Buffer also has a free AI that will help you rewrite your post if you want to make it longer or shorter. Um, Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But like I said, Buffer and I go way back, so we're cool with each other.
By the way, Buffer, sponsor this post or make her an affiliate of some sort. Just an FYI out there.
Yeah, right, right. They really should. I'm
That's how
like
I feel.
constantly repping them. Well,
That's how I feel about Adobe. I mean, I've been with Adobe since like, well, before it became the Creative Cloud, as you guys know today. And I actually did do
Mm-hmm.
a, to tell you how brand centric works, I actually did do a gig with Adobe, so that's a story for another time that I could share.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. We could do a whole different video on Adobe gigs. That
Yeah.
would be fun. Um, so before we get too deep into low budget content strategy, let's touch base really quickly on the top social media platforms for people to focus on. If you're launching a new business or a new brand and you're launching it next month, where do they need to be? What do you think?
Definitely Instagram, TikTok. Definitely come to TikTok. I'm going to encourage all my followers from Instagram, create a TikTok if you're a business, because that's where you're going to make a lot of money here on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, well, was Twitter, now X, Blue Sky. Um, Try any of the free metadata apps that are out there, like Mastodon. That's a free forum. We forget about the forums, but the major social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And YouTube. YouTube. Can't forget YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
Good old
LinkedIn.
YouTube.
I would only
And
add
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn to that list. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
But I don't
Um,
know. But I don't know if I count LinkedIn as a top app though,
oh,
per
a
se.
top one. Good
You
point.
said top, right?
Well, I don't know though, because I have, um, it depends. I think if you're growing your professional network, you need to be on LinkedIn. And
Yes.
if you have a brand and a business, you do want to grow your professional network. So I think it's like, it's not the same as the other platforms, but it has its benefits, right? Like with
Mhm.
LinkedIn, like there's that solutions network, big networking event every once a month, and that's
Hmm.
hosted through LinkedIn, and you can find serious professional people on there. Although lately I've been seeing more scams, which is such a bummer. But I do think there is power in LinkedIn. Like I share that we're going live on TikTok, which sometimes I'm like, oh no, what are these professionals gonna think? And then I'm like, they're probably jealous because they're stuck in their corporate jobs.
That's
They're,
true.
I'm thinking they're judging me for doing TikTok live, and I'm like, yeah, right. They're probably like, I wish I was doing TikTok live instead of sucking up to Joe and the CFO.
But LinkedIn is catching up too, because LinkedIn does have their
Hmm.
own version of a video now. So you could do reels on LinkedIn and you could talk about, like, you could take the same content, chop it up, put it on LinkedIn, put it
Right.
wherever. So that's the beauty of,
Exactly.
I forgot one more
Yeah.
thing. I forgot one more
Yeah.
app.
Go for
Clubhouse.
it.
What's matter?
Oh, Clubhouse is
Social
your
audio. Let's not
jam.
forget about that. Because that's where I live.
Clubhouse is amazing. I love Clubhouse. I'm
Clubhouse
glad you
is
introduced
fun.
me to it.
You're welcome.
It's really
Welcome
good.
to the rabbit hole.
Oh, and then I forgot one. Bigo Live. Bigo
Oh,
Live.
there
Come see me on
you go.
Bigo
Shout out to
Live.
Leo. All right.
Bigo Live is especially great if you're a content creator because if you get with the right recruiter for Bigo Live, then you can get paid faster than on TikTok. Um, but Bigo Live is like, there's not a ton of positive content on there yet that I'm seeing, but I think we have the power to change that. And I think it could become the next big thing if everyone gets into it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, you
Yeah.
guys, moving
Awesome.
forward to low budget content strategy.
Can I ask one thing,
So,
bro? Can I ask you a question real
yes,
quick before we move on?
yes. Hmm.
How has YouTube been for you? Because you've been rocking YouTube since you got back. Do you want to share a little
Yes.
something about YouTube?
Yes. YouTube is amazing. Yeah, thank you, Jolanta. I didn't even I just breezed through it. So I started in YouTube in 2011. I was actually inspired by Soulja Boy, which may shock most people who know me.
I'm so
Soulja
disappointed
Boy,
about it.
hello.
Oh,
Watch me see, watch me roll. Superman. Anyways,
woo!
Lord forgive me. Hey, I had a life before I was Christian, okay? Anyways,
No shame, no shame.
No shade. Some okay, I'm just saying. It happens. Anyways, Soulja Boy made his first million on YouTube. And I was
Wow.
inspired. Several people around me were inspired. We're like, let's get on YouTube. We're gonna be like Soulja Boy. Tell him, you know? And so I got on YouTube. I thought of a company name. I've always loved the song One Love. Anyways, I won't dive into my deep YouTube
Oh.
story. But with YouTube, if you have a good subscriber base and a good fan base, you can start merchandising just like they do on TikTok and Instagram. And YouTube, I was actually able to make like a few $100s from merchandise from a series that I was doing with some friends. And that was like before film school. And I like submitted those videos to get into film school. So that was really cool. Unfortunately, I stopped that series because it no longer goes with my current brand. But I will get going again and get merchandising on YouTube. It is a very powerful platform. Um, I personally like it. I like the layout. I like that. I like a lot of things about YouTube. I'm really, for this old school millennials, us elder millennials, YouTube is a little bit easier to like navigate, in my opinion, than some of these newer platforms. You know, back in the day
Definitely.
when we just had one video to watch at a time.
That's funny. No, but I'm proud of you for YouTube because you started with
Thank
a
you.
hundred. You had like 100 subs when I checked you. What, 2 weeks ago? Now you're at 300 subs. So, and I think when you meant merchandising, you meant to say monetization, which is okay. I totally understand what you
No,
meant.
merchandising. No, I
Merchandise?
sold merchandise. Yeah.
Like legit?
Yeah.
Like bags, purses, shirts?
Yeah. T-shirts, DVDs, posters. Yeah.
What?
I meant merchandise. I did not mean monetizing. YouTube takes a long time to get any monetary gain, actually. It's a very common misperception. I think I have 50 cents in a YouTube account somewhere, and they're like, we'll pay you one day when you get to $5. I'm like, cool. It's been 10 years. I haven't got to $5 yet. And
I'm reading.
one of my short films has like 50,000 views, and another short film has like another 25,000 views, and I still haven't made money off the videos. So
We have to get your YouTube. Drop your link in the freaking YouTube chat right now, so you start getting your YouTube subs up. Like what?
YouTube.com/Film Lab TV, you guys. FILMLAB TV. Check it
Christina,
out. Check it
find
out.
Christina, find the link and pop it in the chat.
But yeah,
Find all of them.
the majority of people making money on YouTube are doing merchandising. That's why I was serious about merchandise. So they grow their following, and that's why I mentioned earlier, like you don't have to go viral. You just have to
Yeah,
have a few hundred people who really care about your brand and your what you're doing, and those few hundred people have to be able to spend 20 to $50 every once in a while. And then you
that's
can make
it.
money on YouTube.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I tried to
Hmm.
mod you earlier, but I won't. I don't know if I can mod you anymore now because it might be. I'm sorry, it might be too late, Christina. Next time we'll try it again. Um. So yeah, it's just I don't know if I went viral. I went viral once by accident, and it's all organic post. Um,
Hey.
this was on a stupid. I don't know if I'd call it stupid, but like a food post. I went to New York City, and I used a trending audio, I suppose, related to New York City, and I had like over 20,000 likes or people liked it or whatever. And I'm just like, is that viral? I don't know if that's a viral thing. So I was like, oh, okay, one little eight
20,000 is
second,
good. Yeah, it's good. Hmm.
one little eight
Absolutely.
second thing. But all right, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead. What
So
we have?
moving
Uh,
on. Oh, yes. So, chatting about low budget content strategy. For anyone
hmm
out there who's looking for some content strategy tips, um, there's like scheduling days to do batch content, which is something I personally am going to start doing myself. Which is technically what we're doing with this live right now, actually, because we can cut up this live into short videos and snippets. So, setting up days to like film multiple videos at once, and that can save you time because then you can cut them up and then schedule them on. I'm not going to use their name anymore until they start to sponsor me. No, I'm just kidding. You can automate them however you want to on Meta, on Buffer.
Yeah, I'm up for a sponsor this post.
Um, and then you can tools like I have Canva and CapCut. Um, Trends is interesting because I downloaded something that TikTok recommended to like see what's trending now, and they only gave me like three refreshes, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to pay us if you want to know what's going viral."
Is
So
this in
Google Trends is
the
interesting, but it's kind of depressing, huh?
is this in the content creator insights? Is that what it is that you downloaded? I'm
No, I
curious what you downloaded.
downloaded if I leave the app, I think I'm gonna freeze, but I could go look at what it
Oh,
was. One second.
okay.
I'll freeze. So while I'm frozen, you chat a little bit about low budget content strategies quick.
All right. So Google Trends. I have been looking into Google Trends a little bit. I think that's where you could set your Google page to see what you like and your dislikes, or I think it's where it shows you just what you like. So, uh-oh, Christina, I don't see you here anymore. Where did she go?
I
Oh,
found the
okay.
app.
Oh, you did? Okay, what
Trend
was it?
Talk. Trend Talk. That's a good
Trend
one
Talk.
for like a one and done situation because they tell you what's going viral right now. So like
Oh,
if anyone is interested in going viral, like I want to go viral on social media, first of all, set your expectations super low. But
mm,
be just what I do myself is like I create content. If one person sees it and one person's inspired, that's enough for me. If it goes viral, cool, that's awesome. I would say put your heart in the right place before you do it. Because if you're just doing content to go viral, like it's not really gonna last anyways. You know, in my opinion, take it or leave it. But if you want to go viral, something that people do, a strategy is to see what's going viral now and then imitate it or do something similar to what's currently going viral and then try to jump on that viral bandwagon. That's how I got the like 50,000 views on my Femme Fatale movie. I just went and found other videos that went viral about femme fatales and like kind of copied some of their SEOs.
so you're
So there's
so
a
you're
tip.
so you're telling me you didn't put like some trending hashtag, or you didn't use some sort of trending sound, or some kind of like, I don't know. Those are kind of the three: sound, hashtag, reels. See, I've been lied
No,
to.
I no, you haven't. Those are good. Those are really good. Those are helping me build subscribers now. I think I posted that video before hashtags were that common. I think we were still calling them pound signs at that time.
Without hashtags, come up with the times, Katie.
No, I'm saying that's when that video was posted. So I don't know how much those would have mattered at that time. I mean, there were still SEO options, but I just kind of I piggybacked off of the bandwagon of other videos that were similar to me that had like millions of views.
You
If
know,
anyone's interested in doing that, they can schedule a one-on-one consultation. Hey.
pound him lamb.
Sorry, Jolanta. I got off topic on you.
That's okay. I was going to ask a question, and maybe you might have an answer. What's something in your vault, in your content vault, that you are either proud of or maybe embarrassed to share with the world? Because, quick story, I had a video way back from 2012 or maybe earlier from 2008. And at that time, I thought I was gonna be a news journalist on YouTube, or a commentator, or a movie reviewer. I was reviewing the movie Lincoln for my class. It was for a class project, right? So I was reviewing
Mm-hmm.
doing a movie review on the movie Lincoln, and in my head I thought, I'm doing YouTube before all my classmates are doing YouTube. So how much further
Yeah.
ahead am I than some of my classmates in technology? I mean, do you think you have something in your vault from today, from 10 years ago, that would probably do well today? What do you think?
That's
What are
a
your
good
thoughts?
question. Um, Something in my vault from 10 years ago that would do well today. Like if we just launched it today. Yeah,
Doesn't
I
have to
think
be.
superhero wins. I think the superhero series that I was working on, that would go hard today. But I think that the consistency thing is key. Like I think we need like at least minimum I calculated of $50,000 to make the series because there's
Wow.
plans. So the superhero in short film on Film Lab TV is a 10-minute long film. Well, really 8 minutes. It was supposed to be 10, but that's a whole we could do a video on that. On the whole production wildness that we went through. I spent every dime I had. I went negative in the bank account. My old business partner couldn't attest to it. I said, listen, go to my ATM. If it
Oh
says
my
go
God.
negative, approve, just approve it, girl. Oh yeah, I spent every
Girl.
single dime I had on that production. And then some. And then some. Thank you to everyone who I might still owe money to. Thank you for forgiving me on that. I literally spent everything I had to make that movie happen. Anyways, what is my point? Oh, that's why I kind of got halted because I spent everything I had and then it took forever to edit. And then finally I launched it, right? But like now it's like, okay, if I want to do the rest of that series, I need $50,000. So then I was like, do I want to just do a feature film instead of do the series? But I do think that that series would go hard on all social platforms if done right and done properly.
I think that's such a great share though, because to me,
Thank
sometimes
you.
when my husband and I were writing scripts together and producing together, we produced some good stuff, but I don't think at that time that we were producing the topics that we talked about. But maybe one topic that could be really relatable today. We did a short film called Broken, probably for $500 is what we spent on our first short film together. Getting the cast, getting the crew, getting everything. And it was actually it was a very good script because it talked about how, the poor medical situation was at that time, but I just didn't think that it would have taken off the way that I really wanted it to take off in the film. It won some awards and some film festivals and stuff, so that's something to be proud of. And then as I went along,
Mm-hmm.
I grew into other topics like comedy and drama because those are my topics that I enjoyed the most writing. Something about relationships of people, right? Putting the characters together. And so I have some proud things. I think one other thing I'm kind of slightly proud of is a TV series a web series I put together. I like writing web series. I did my first web series, still cost me under $1,000. We had multiple film day weekends, and it was fun just to get people together. It was kind of like going back to school for film because I didn't go to film school. So
Mm-hmm.
my script was not 100% Hollywood standard. I had no knowledge how to do Hollywood. Back then, I didn't know. Now I know. And I didn't
Shortcuts.
know about branding. I didn't know about putting things together back then. So that's really learning how to do things on the fly and really learning how to do things on a shoestring budget. That's what they call it. And I'm still proud of that film. So, Glitch, thank you for teaching me how to write films. And thank you for allowing me to mess up. So, you get the good actors. Sometimes you might not have fun actors, but hey, as long as you get the project done, it's done. If it feels good, you tried. You
Oh,
tried it.
yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes,
So,
absolutely.
but
Yeah,
getting
you
back
mentioned
to
anything like embarrassing, any projects that were embarrassing. I don't really have any projects I would say are embarrassing. I would say that I have projects that no longer go with my brand,
yeah,
but they're not necessarily embarrassing. And projects that don't demonstrate my current abilities because of course like I was like shooting with like a desk lamp, a computer desk lamp and like a lava lamp, you know.
you
And
gotta
now
do
I
what
have
you
like a
gotta do.
full-on lighting kit. Hey, right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
I get it.
All right. Well, we better move on here because
Yes.
our time is ticking on us. So,
You talked
AI
about,
tools. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, you were talking about, before you went to look up the tool that you were talking about, you were talking about
Yes.
Canva earlier. I just want to
Yes.
give a quick tip on Canva. I don't want people to sleep on Canva. Don't sleep on it because you can make products from Canva and make money from Canva. So
Mm-hmm.
There'll be something else in there a little bit later. If you want to learn stuff about Canva, we can help you with graphics. We can help you put together a website. And oh, I know you do. I know you like Canva, Christina. We have to get Canva to pay us to do their stuff. So,
Yay.
um, yes. Did we talk about no cost content ideas for this week yet?
Go for it. No, we didn't. I skimmed over that one.
Um, so no cost content ideas for this week. Like Katie had mentioned, batching your content is probably the easiest free thing you could do for yourself. Like even let's talk about evergreen content. That's something that a lot of people have it in their mind that they have to constantly create content over and over. No, you don't. Let's say, here's an example. Let's say if you had a video that did not perform as well this week. You could take that same video, take it down, archive it, repost it for another time. I do that all the time. Some of my videos, you probably think that they're brand new, but they're not. And these are pre-recorded videos from months ago, years ago, 2 years ago that I'm using. So they just look fresh because I have decided how to do my storytelling. So that's a cost-free thing to do. Cost-free things is like putting together your content creation calendar. Do you have a content calendar for the whole month? Right now we're in June. It's already we're coming up to the end of the week in June. Go ahead, put that calendar together. If you're looking for something to do, go to Facebook. Facebook has their own calendar in there. It has all sorts of odd holidays. I think Flag Day is coming up on June 14th. Also, Juneteenth is coming up. I would capitalize on the holidays to make your content. You can go ahead in your stories, create a video, go outside, touch grass, do something. Do a video on Flag Day with your kids or whatever. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to come out like that. You
No,
you
I
know what?
love it because I did a video where I was touching the grass. Like I
You
did
know.
like a grounding video recently. I was like, was that about my grounding video? I was all like, hey everyone, it's important to take your shoes off and touch the grass.
I was gonna do a
It's true.
grounding one today just to follow up on my mental health challenge that I'm doing. But I totally flipped out because the weather hasn't been great here anyway. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. I'll wait another day to do it. So there's always another day. There's always another
Yes.
day.
Yes.
That's another thing. If you don't get to your content today, then do it tomorrow. There's always no pressure. No pressure. There's always tomorrow. Does that help?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Well,
Content
I would
tomorrow.
say for no cost content ideas, just video blogging. Like get out there and share your story. Talk about what your experience is, talk about your brand, why you're doing it, why you care about it, talk about what's been holding you back from doing it. Everybody wants to know like the person behind the brand. So don't
Mhm.
be afraid to like put your face out there and talk about it. Talk about your journey. People love journey stories. They love journeying with you. So like, a year from now, the people in this live will be like, well, do you remember when? It was like, yes, we remember.
It
So
will be
you all
here.
can do the same thing, and people will be like that to you. Do you remember when?
So should we
So
go
it's very
ahead and
no
move
cost.
on
Let's
to
do it.
the
I
next
think we
slide? We
have
only
only
have
10 minutes left with TikTok.
yes.
So let's see.
So
We have
Christina,
three slides left. Do you
Christina, let
want
us know how we're doing how we're doing here in the chat. Do you want to take over this segment?
Oh, you want me to? Sure.
Yeah.
AI tools to supercharge your workflow. Well, ChatGPT for captions, ideas, and campaigns is amazing. Actually, ChatGPT put a shameless plug in there because I asked ChatGPT for this outline, to be honest. Jolanta and I know our stuff. We have been doing this for years, but we also don't have a ton of time to create free things for people. So,
Mhm.
like, we're here and we're taking the time to present it. Um, so don't get me wrong in that regard. And we care because we're here, obviously. But at the same time, like how much work is any one person going to really put into like a free product? Like Although, give myself credit, I put like an hour and a half work into my shameless plug, my story creation template. So if anyone's here and they want to create their story online, go to stan.store backslash film lab TV. And there is a story content creation template there for you. And I actually give examples of my own story. By the way, I got that idea from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is amazing for just bouncing ideas with and doing campaigns with. Also, we have the outline to this presentation. So if there's things that we didn't quite go over or we may not have time for, you might want to go into that store and download this presentation as well. Jasper, I'm not familiar with. Um,
That's
Free
Jasper.
AI image tools and automation tips. I think I already gave a lot of automation tips around like Buffer and you mentioned some of the AI softwares. Meta has its own AI now. Google has its own AI. So I think we already went over that. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jasper. Are you?
I have
Yeah,
not heard
me
of
either.
Jasper, so I will
All
be
right,
looking at that
so
one.
we will all research that one and find out more. So
Yeah.
building smart habits, scheduling tools. The Later app I used to use when I was posting a lot on Instagram, and I've kind of moved away from it just because it's too much for me. I'd rather just do Buffer. Hey, come on and sponsor us, Buffer. Um, but MetaSuite and Later are both great tools as well. Like I said, I like to work simple. I think we're gonna do a chat on that. Working simple, not hard, right? Working smart, not hard. Time blocking for content creation is huge. I have kids and I have to time block. Like Jelanta got to experience what it's like me going live unscheduled. Like my kids are in the background. I'm like, what are you doing? Get off the couch. Stop jumping on each other.
What are your
So
non-negotiables? We have to work on that, Katie.
we have to do the time blocking. Well, that wasn't time blocked, Jelanta.
I know. Yeah, I love your kids though, so tell them I said Auntie
But
says
anyways,
hi.
I was like, Jolanta, we have to do a phone call. We can't do this live. I'm doing way too much right now. So content time blocking for content creation is especially important for me because my house is very busy with amazing littles whom I love very much. At the same time, you all want to hear what I have to say instead of me screaming at my kids or them screaming at me. And I do try to gentle parent as much as possible. Anyways,
That's funny.
using analytics to adjust and grow. Um, so I've done this in jobs that I've had before, especially when you need to like prove your work to someone who's giving you money. Because typically, if people are giving you money to do this for them, they want proof that it's working. So I would export a report monthly for the CEO of this archival film company I worked at, and I would show him like the trends, like here people are engaging more, here people are, we have more subscribers, and I think we're growing like 7% each month in subscriber base, which was really awesome. And I also helped that company using Facebook and Instagram. I helped them to have their highest sales day of the year, which was really big props to me on the social media marketing aspects of it. And one thing they were lacking was engagement. So I used the analytics to check how engagement was, and then I adjusted my posts accordingly. And things that did well, I started posting more, and things that didn't do so well, I was posting less. And that's how you can use analytics. You do have to get familiar with the back end of the platforms to get into those analytics.
That goes for all platforms, right? So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they all have their own unique, same for Google. Google has their own unique set of analytics when you are looking into them. I am a data nerd, so I need to look into how I'm competing with my competitors. So I just wanted to add into how different platforms might work differently with their analytics. And to the point, we were talking about having to prove your work to people or this idea of what is social proof, right? So social proof could be different to everybody. So we could talk about that another time. And I wanted to point out I dropped it in the chat. First, I put the link to your stand store in the chat. And then Also, I was talking about Google Sheets. Google Sheets has Google. Please sponsor me for this one. Um, I love using Google. I love using your products. I use Google Docs, but Google Sheets has this incredible way that you can block time. And my favorite thing on the iPhone, if you have an iPhone, Apple, please reach out. I'll be happy to teach your products. There is something called DND, Do Not Disturb function on your phone. I've got that feature on my phone. People keep asking me, I can't get a hold of you. Well, there's a reason for that because we only have 8 hours in a day. I need to know where my non-negotiables are and how I'm spending my time in those 8 hours a day. So that includes I also need to have family time and time to relax and time to unwind from my day. So using those tools, Google has this way of setting you up incremental time management. That's the best way you can get ahead. And that's how that can help you. Project Monday, that's another favorite automation tool that I use. There's also Discord and Slack are some of my other ones that I like to use too. Slack is free, by the way.
Yes, yes, I love Slack.
Here we go.
Although I feel like I have PTSD from Slack also, so I stay
I
away
know.
from it.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. My phone is the most. You know what? I'm sure your kids have more fun on your phone than they would on mine because my phone is so boring. I'm nothing on my phone. It's all like apps and no games. Can't your kiddos would be like, no, there's nothing on your phone. They'll probably throw it away.
We just they just look at the photos and take pictures of themselves. They're little artists already. They were like modeling earlier. It was so cute.
Aww.
Cam's like, do this
Aww.
one for me, mommy. Do this one for me. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, it's like cool T-Rex. I was like, okay, cool. It's cool T-Rex. And then Camila did one like this. It was so cute. I was like, ah,
Aww.
I can't with these two. Oh my
I love
goodness.
your kids.
Um,
Your kids are so fun.
yes, thank you. They're amazing. All right, you guys. Just a quick recap because we're coming up to our end here. Um, so low budget, that's okay. You can still make a high impact, okay? Don't let your amounts of money you have stop you from getting on the social media platforms and posting your content. And I didn't say this earlier. I want to do a whole separate video about blockages, but don't let perfection stop you either. Like, hop on here without makeup, hop on here in your PJs. No one really cares that much. They just want to hear about you and what you're doing. Everybody wants to know your story. The world is waiting for you. All right. No call to action. Hey, that was a natural. That
I
was a
love
natural
that.
call
See?
to action. The
Woo!
world is waiting for you. So we want to encourage you to try one tip or tool this week, whether it's Buffer, whether it's Google Sheets with the time blocking. I personally am going to try the time blocking, Jolanta. That's amazing. But try one of these tools this week: Canva, CapCut, Google Sheets, Buffer, Apple. What was the Apple one that you mentioned?
D&D, do not
Apple
disturb.
D&D. Try that. Try out that Apple D&D.
Siri, Siri, and
Um,
Alexa, don't sleep on those.
yes, do not sleep on them. They are good AIs. They were here before all these like AIs that we call AIs, right?
There's also a
All
forgotten one that
right.
there's a forgotten one that I forgot to mention. Bing, Bing, like the maps.
Yes.
That's still
Mm-hmm.
going. It's still around. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would
And don't
say
underestimate Google Maps too, like getting your business on Google.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely right. So I do have one call to action for everybody here as well. I know you put one too. If you guys can please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button on the top if you want to become subscribers of both of our channels. Go and follow both of us here. Make sure to share out the live if you liked anything that you heard today and you want some more content. Also, go check out my Stan store at Jolanta Does Social on Stan. It's not up right now. I have to go back and beg them to put it on. And we'll be back. Are we coming back next week? Or did we decide what we're going to do for another show? A week from now?
Ooh, We have not fully decided yet. So I know we're supposed to tease our next topic.
Yes. We don't want them to wait now, right?
Bum, 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 bum. Does anyone have any ideas of what you want to hear us talk about? Whether
Drop it
it's
in the
social
chat if
media
you do.
marketing, filmmaking tips, conscious
Ooh.
lifestyle, spirituality. Jolanta teased a potential cooking episode. I'm totally interested in that one too.
Making mistakes in the kitchen. I'm not a very good cook, but I could try. Okay, so time to wrap up. I think this is it, and live will end
That's
in
it.
4 minutes. Four
All
minutes.
right. Awesome. Well, we did great. Yeah, TikTok eventually cuts you off.
Yes,
So I
it
think,
does.
so it's similar to yesterday where I don't see your people and you don't see my people, I don't think. But that's cool.
Nope. And so I looked it up, and it said there's no way that we can join both of our folks, unfortunately.
Oh,
So,
interesting. Okay.
but we did
Well,
hit a
if you,
we
huh?
did hit a milestone. I reached 10,000 likes in this live. So
Hey, that's
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right,
Yay,
guys.
that's so
So
amazing.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop.
All right, have a good one.
Okie
Much
dokie.
love.
Until another time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Katie.